So yeah, this is going to be really interesting. The race has started, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting with this because Sweenerdog is third in this category, and Mad Scientist is a beginner, so we're probably going to see a pretty big difference in skill level here. However, to make to create an incentive for the top players in the group stages, the seeding in the bracket will be determined on your best race.
Which means every one of the players' matches, 2 or 3, how many ever, do make a difference. Sweener, I believe that was 35 to start. We're starting at Dino Domain. So Sweener's now on Fossil Canyon, while Mad Scientist is finishing up on the first course, Ancient Lake. So we see Sweener go for Pond Jump on the first lap, which has been a bit more of a recent addition in like the last year or so. As something
the last couple of years, I guess. Yeah. Maybe 3 years. It's just that it's a strat that you usually see when people play without music, because all of them are playing without music.
Yes.
Because when you're playing with music, it's too laggy usually to go over, but it's usually less lag.
We see Sweener pulling off a nice canyonless trick there.
Yeah. 18 lap, good.
Very good 18 lap, yes.
Yeah, no timer for scientists, unfortunately.
There is no timer.
But yeah, so.
Ooh.
That is something that can happen, and it's kind of hard to know when it's going to happen because like the ground is kind of uneven sometimes. It's probably one of the bigger weaknesses this game has.
Yes, definitely. The ground is just not right at some points, and so players can get their wheels stuck in the ground, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Sweener's now on Jungle Falls, which is a very fast track.
It is a very well-connected track.
It is.
Mad Scientists falling into the water.
Yeah, having a bit of a rough pond jump. His lap 2 pond jump was really nice, and on lap 1 he opted to go for the bananas, which are on the right side.
Yeah.
So Sweener looks like he's going to finish up with a 37.
Oh, wow. 36.99.
36.99. I was proven wrong.
Okay, so let's see. So Sweener will go for a fast strat here. We grab some bananas before we go out of bounds.
Yeah.
One thing. I missed the balloon, and so he will try to get a backup here. It's a very sharp turn you got to do to get this back up. We got it. Okay, that's actually a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Because the angle you got to have there to go out of bounds in that area is really sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was really a great backup from Sweener.
Definitely. And so this, so one thing about Hot Top is, or anything in this game, is you have to hit checkpoints, and so especially when you're out of bounds, it's very important to hit the checkpoints. And Sweener's doing a nice job, going and grabbing the I consider them the 2 most important checkpoints in Hot Top. He finishes up there with Dino, a 346. Time out of Dino's pretty dang good.
Yeah, it's solid. So he lost a bit of time there, of course, because he missed the balloon, but he was able to back it up pretty well.
Yes.
So okay, so the timers are slightly off. Let's see if they will sync them up or not.
Also, Mad Scientist also going for the fast strat.
I don't think he's going out of bounds.
Is he not going out of bounds? Oh, okay. Got it. So he's not going out of bounds. It looked like the fast strat setup.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah, he's a relatively new player. So that would make a lot of sense.
So I think that this is going to be one of the races with the biggest differences in skill level that you'll see in this tournament. Because as I said earlier, Sweener is currently 3rd place in this category.
Yes.
And Mad Scientist is in the he's in the 80th or around there.
Oh, okay. So he's kind of just picking the game up, but getting some really good experience to get to play guys like Sweener and in the rest of the field that he's gonna have to play in his group.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
And we did have an Ultra Versus tournament last year where
Mhm.
Sweener placed 4th, I'm pretty sure.
Did he? Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He yeah, he got 3rd. He got 4th, and Bandau got 3rd.
That's right.
So that was really cool. Last tournament was really where we saw Sweener kind of come and show a lot of potential in the game.
Yeah.
And he just built on it in this last year. Wow. So fast.
Yeah. Bart Lagoon is really fast when you get everything down correctly.
And he has.
So yeah, he
bit of a
missed,
hiccup.
but this is still okay.
Yes.
He's still on like 52 pace or so,
Mhm.
which is an acceptable time. But yeah, the CPUs can be annoying there,
Yeah.
where they block the balloon.
And an issue with that is he might get a good boost, but the CPU caused lag. So 52.
Yeah.
As we see Mad Scientist on Whale Bay, one thing that you'll notice the difference between the two players is that Mad Scientist is not using the snaking technique. He's just he's somewhat using it to turn. You'll notice that turning creates more speed. So there he goes. He's starting to feel it out.
Yeah.
While Sweener's on Crescent Island.
But it's definitely like a science to get the snaking down. There's a lot of stuff going on with that.
Yeah, he had a nice
Very
whale
difficult.
jump there.
So one thing that's really cool in this game, if you look at Sweener's screen here, that he flies down towards the boat, and how he does that is that when he reaches like the edge of, but like before the slope, he holds down on the controller because that tilts the front of his car backwards, and therefore he will become airborne. Oh, and Sweener jumps over that zipper because there's a small bump in front of the zipper that you barely can see, and if you drift over it, it can sometimes make you like jump right over it, if it doesn't look like you did.
Ooh.
There's a similar issue in Haunted Woods.
Yes, and actually we saw Sweener spin out there, going towards the last zipper, which can happen when you hold on to your drift too long without moving your joystick around. Oh wow, beautiful connection on lap 1 on Treasure Caves, the worst and most inconsistent track in this game. That neither of us like, but it's
like this is a track that a lot of people that are new to the game love, and the like veterans hate, because it's a really short track that's really easy to lose a lot of time on.
In this balloon, there's not much known about the best way to use the balloons, but most players will use it in that specific spot. That Sweener used it to try and connect from that from the boost outside the cave to the first boost in the cave.
Yep. That's like the most common strat, and it's like it's the best. It's kind of the fastest strat you can do optimally too, but there are some other strats that are pretty similar in speed.
Yes. And this is the first inbounds playing track of Dino First Ultra Races, which is Everfrost Peak, as Sweener's entered Snowflake Mountain. Ideally, the Sweener will press A button, will be pressing or tapping the A button to get to the first zipper, and then he won't press A again until the end, although because not holding A and barrel rolling and boosting are the best methods of completing courses in plane.
That's right. So yeah, exactly. You want to keep the boost speed up all the time, and barrel rolls gives you a slight boost. So yeah, you just want to keep the boost speed going all the way through. So therefore, you don't want to use the A button at all, like Fish said. Okay. And one thing you can notice on Mad Scientist's like on Mad Scientist's stream is that he cuts the boosts off a lot shorter than Sweener.
Mm-hmm.
So he won't reach as far, because that's the thing that you need to learn a lot when you become the. This looked better, like he did better there.
Better. Yeah, he definitely did better there.
Yeah, so you don't want to hold the A button or I mean, you tap the A button, but you don't want to do that too early. You want to let the boosts give it all your speed at first, and then you want to do that stuff. Ooh, no.
Oh man, Sweener missed the.
And Mad Scientist,
Yeah.
he got stuck on that thing, and it's way easier to do that than it looks, even if you go on the outside. And
Yes.
and it's very slippery, so it's hard to get out of there when you get stuck on it.
Oh yeah, it's so difficult. This is Walrus Cove that Sweener's doing now, and he's trying to connect it. Oh, that was nice. Nice
He got
little maneuver there.
the YOLO jump,
YOLO jump. And he, oh,
and it hits the ice a little bit.
yeah, he was trying to cut over completely and just tap the ice. The ice in this game, if you touch it, it will bounce you up and try to put you back where you last touched ground.
Yeah.
Which is a fun fact. We have seen players on this course in certain spots, especially if you're at the end of this course, if they touch the snow that's on the other side of the ice and you touch from there, it's going to keep trying to put you back there instead of putting you back on the main track, which I think happened in the last tournament to somebody.
I think it was the 100% tournament.
Oh, in the 100% tournament.
So,
yeah.
Someone asked in chat about the TT, and TT is the by far best character in the game. So if you want to speedrun this game, you should use TT. There are very few instances where you use other characters, and it's in time trials where Drumstick has faster barrel rolls than TT. So if you have the track in time trials with a lot of straightaways and not a lot of turning, Drumstick can actually be a better character than TT. But other than that, that's the only time you'll use another character for speedrunning or time trialing or whatever. Something go fast in DKR. So TT is just like in speedrunning completely overpowered.
Yeah. So to kind of give an example, like the differences between Sweener's play and plane and Mad Scientist's playing and plane, you can see him doing Everfrost peak here, and he's holding A most of the time, so you can see his speed is significantly capped, and you can still see on his screen when he barrel rolls, he's going up to that 150 speed mark in only a couple of barrel rolls, especially with TT.
Yeah. Each character has their own stats. Yeah. So all of them are unique in some way.
Which is really awesome.
Yeah. The Sweener is having a killer Frosty Village so far.
Yeah, Frosty Village is definitely a track you have to work at. Especially if you play it with music, it's really laggy. It's one of the biggest reasons why we don't have the music on for speedruns, is because of the lag that the snow effect creates when you're going throughout the track. Wow, 108. Really, really solid.
Yeah, it's good.
From Sweener. Yeah, I think Everfrost Peak is definitely a type of track that newer players aren't quite fond of because it's a rather difficult track to get down.
It is pretty difficult at all levels, I'd say. But I think if you look at speedrunning in general of this game, I think that if you watch like good runners, like top runners, compared to mid-tier, I think that you will see the biggest difference in plane, because that's where top players will, go ham and just let themselves go and go really fast, while mid-tier runners are maybe like a little more likely to take it more safe, and they don't really want to go full out on the boosts.
Yeah. And then I think for the individual separate trophies, I think Snowflake Mountain is the one that usually creates a large separation. And it's partially because of Everfrost, but also the other tracks are actually rather difficult to play.
Yeah. So, music is turned off to decrease lag. Basically, that's the main thing. So it's not. It's really hard to tell how much time it saves, but because it's like, about your own gameplay and stuff like that, so it's not, pure time save. However, we have estimated it to around 15 seconds over the course of the run. So music saves, but music loses around 15, so we just turn it off.
Ooh.
Fat Bonk versus Sweeney.
Yeah, Fat Bonk for Sweener there.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's see how Mad Scientist uses this double boost.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Okay, he's going on the right side. All right, that works.
He's been going right side. I noticed throughout his practice on Walrus Cove.
Yeah, maybe he's a little afraid of the slim road.
Yeah, but I think as he gets more used to the game, he'll.
And one thing that's interesting, if you look at Sweener's screen there, he used the shield. And maybe it looks weird that he grabbed the shield because there was nothing there. But it was that, usually there's something really bad in that tunnel. So you really want to grab the shield on the second lap, because there are usually things inside this tunnel where he's at right now.
Yeah.
On the second lap.
Like that.
Yeah, but it's usually earlier, like in the opening on the second lap. But he bonked twice on the first lap, so he was going slower, and therefore the position of them weren't the same.
Yes.
Both are playing on N64. This game does not allow emulator because emulators are just completely overpowered. All right, so Sweener is entering Windmill Plains. This is where the most difficult trick in the run is, and yeah, in about a few seconds here, we'll see if he gets it.
Nails it.
Ooh, he got it. He did lose a lot of speed in the clip, but he got the clip, which is definitely the most important part, because if you miss that, that's like straight up a 15 to 20 second time loss.
Oh, stop scaring me, Sweeney.
And you still have to, do it on the next lap. Yeah, he was kind of close to clipping back in bounds. Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
And so this thing is like, the clip is the hardest clip out of the out of bounces in the run, but it's also the hardest to navigate, like by a landslide in the like to navigate out of bounds. It's really hard because it's kind of tight, both in height and width, and you need to know what you're doing when you're out here. And things keep deloading and stuff, as you could maybe saw. So it's really hard to see and to know exactly where you are. But that was pretty good.
Yeah,
got it.
Did a good job navigating the out of bounds, despite. I think he just wanted to be really safe on that first part, so he went a little longer and wider on it, but it still worked. This is Haunted Woods, the fast track in Dragon Forest.
It is. And
there's
what I was talking about earlier, right?
Yeah.
Same as in Crescent Island, where there's a small bump in front of it where you can jump over it, which is kind of annoying, but it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's less prevalent in car from my experience, but yeah, it's definitely there.
Yes. In hover, it's really hard to hit that zipper.
Yeah, I was. Hover.
Yeah, that's only an issue in time trials. So
yes, that is only a time trials issue.
Okay, so Mad Scientist is finishing up. So they are both in the trophy screen at the same time.
Yes, they are exactly a trophy apart.
Yeah. And Sweener is entering his last trophy here.
Yes, I'm guessing this is going to be a 2 out of 3, or is this just one race?
It's one race.
It's a one race. Okay.
Yes, one race.
Okay, it goes to 2 out of 3 in the
rounds. Exactly. So, but last year we had 2 out of 3 in the group stage too. So
yeah, that's why.
But this time we're only going to have best out of 1s in pools, best out of 3 in bracket.
Yes.
And here we have Space Dust Alley, which is an insanely hard level. And usually when people do runs of this, they do Space Dust Alley first, so like the Future Funland up to Dino Domain, so reverse order compared to what we did now.
Yes.
Because you want to get rid of tracks like this one, especially this. But Sweener is looking really fly here.
Yeah.
It's like 1:15 pace, which is solid for a run starting with Dino early.
Yeah. That is a thing that matters 100%, because usually players will get to take all the time they need to get a run out
Whoa,
of.
he was really lucky there, though. Holy shit! I'm not sure if you saw, but
Yeah.
so he
Totally.
he drove straight through the lasers.
Yeah, and those lasers will usually knock you down. I am very surprised he didn't get knocked down. We got
Yeah.
a 118.
Yeah,
But
118 is okay. It's
Yeah.
it's a little rough, but still not terrible at all.
no, not at all.
You can, if you're unlucky there, you can easily end up with a 125. So
Yeah.
118, I'm pretty sure he's happy with that.
Oh yeah, he'll be happy with that. This is Dark Moon Caverns.
Yeah,
Which
the
is
loop track.
The loop track, yes indeed. There is actually an out of bounds on the second loop, but I doubt any player will actually go for it.
Yeah, it would surprise me a lot.
Especially
'Cause-
since race times matter.
Yep,
Yeah.
because it saves at most 1 second, and if you miss it, you lose a second instead. So
Yeah.
and it's like a 1 in 20 that you get it or so. So it's like a
Yes.
pretty dumb thing to try.
Mhm.
Let's see here.
Sweener's doing pretty good here.
He is.
Yeah.
And as you can see, like, it's actually faster to hug the right wall.
Mhm.
So you can see that in the loops that you will always hug the right walls.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah, spike balled.
clipping up on that wall. Ooh,
How do you
that
not
one?
hit
He
that?
clipped through it. Okay, well, hitboxes go both ways in this game, I guess.
Yeah. And then he smashed his head into the wall. I guess that was karma.
Yeah,
Or something.
miss the blue balloon on Space Dust, miss a spike ball on Dark Moon.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
He's going for it. Oh, he got it!
He got it!
That's so good.
What a god. Alright.
Oh no, 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 no! Okay. Yeah, I told you. Okay.
No.
So what happened here?
He voided.
Okay, that's an insane mistake. Okay. So what happened there is that he got it, but he didn't have enough speed while going out, so he got misplaced and didn't cross the finish line. And since he's out of bounds, he falls out of bounds and void out.
Yeah.
And he voids out, and when you void out, you get back
You lose the
to
lap.
the finish, to the starting line. So you have to restart the entire lap.
Mhm.
And he
Oh,
loses. That was a 30-second time loss.
It's a huge time loss. Yeah.
More.
like you said.
What was the time? 15? Yeah, it's like that's almost a 40-second time loss.
Yeah.
Man.
He was on
35
pace.
is-
Like he was already on pace for I think a 140 or so when he or like well, either
Yeah,
a high
137,
130. Yeah.
138,
Yeah, something like that. He was on pace for like.
Yeah, that was a 35-second time loss.
Yeah, that was very big.
Oof, man. And as we mentioned earlier, your bracket seed depends on your race time.
Yeah. So.
So
he
this was
has-
not a good. This is not going to be a good time for him to take with him. However, he has 2 other runs. So
He does, yeah. So he'll. I think he'll have a better one in this tournament since he's good enough.
yeah, he still
might
won
have-
the race.
he may have already sensed that this run wasn't maybe what he would have wanted.
22:58.
But I don't know. Oh yeah, that lap was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sweener is just so good at this game. But,
He is really good.
Yes.
That's why he's 3rd in this category.
Yeah, he's put in so much time.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing I would stress to anyone who wants to do speedruns. 110 on.
Yeah, 110.
Yeah, 110.
I think that's a PB for him.
Probably
I didn't
is.
think you've ever had 110 before.
It was a higher 110, but it was a 110 nonetheless. So that's
Yeah,
huge.
that is a
time.
really good time.
Yeah, and so here on Mad Scientist screen, he's doing windmill planes inbounds. So we'll see quite a bit of this. There will be a lot of players that will do the course out of bounds, but there is also an inbounds, which is much slower. Oh,
Yeah.
Sweener clips out on spaceport, so he'll take his 2 laps around.
There should
outside.
be around a 25 flat
Yes.
in that area.
hmm So he's going to take this as tight as he can while trying to maintain his verticality.
Yeah. So he's gonna finish up here. This is the last lap, and it's a
25 flat. 25 flat.
25 flat, 25-01, something
Yeah.
around there.
Yep.
All right, so I think the run would have been pretty solid if he didn't go for that crazy trick in Dark Moon.
That would have been a low 24.
Yeah, in the 24-20 area.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, kind of harsh to start off with a 25, but I don't think he cares that much. He knows that he is capable of insanely good times, and he still has 2 more races to go.
Definitely.
So I think that he will grab a way better time in those.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see at my mad scientist here. He's about to finish up Haunted Woods.
Mm-hmm.
So mad scientist, his PB is a 35.50, I think.
Okay.
So I think that this should be PB pace for him.
Yeah, this should be PB pace. Yeah.
Because he needs to beat FFL, which is Future Funland, the last word, the world.
About 9 minutes.
Yeah, so around 9 minutes, and that should definitely be possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sweenerdog is one of the favorites to win this tournament, of course.
Yeah. Sweenerdog, and I would say you, and probably Obio.
Yeah. I mean, we have 4 players. We have 4 players with sub 24 times.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, those are the favorites, but
yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other players who are close don't step up and end up with the 23 by the end of the tournament, whether in practice or maybe even in a race.
35, 50, 41, right? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, exactly, Fish.
Mm-hmm. No. So I would love to see other players reach that sub 20. Reach that sub 24. It's that just shows just how really good you are as extremely good as a player.
We do have a few. I mean, Bandau has a 2407, I think, and
Trident.
We have a few others. Yeah, Trident is in the 2420s with an old PB.
Yeah, Rain.
So we have. So we have a few.
Yeah, Rain Raider can definitely put up some good times too.
Yeah. So Mad Scientist is struggling a little bit with the pillars.
Yeah, Space
like everyone else.
Yeah, like everyone else is. It was extremely difficult, and he was opting for just to take the 2 zippers, and also I don't think we ever mentioned bananas, but the players were collecting bananas the whole time, and you gain about 1% extra speed per banana up to 10, and after 10 it doesn't matter how many you get.
I'm not sure about the percentage, but it's
it's something around there, right?
I'm not entirely sure how much it is.
Okay.
But it's like you get a small speed boost for every banana, or top speed and acceleration boosts.
Yes. So here we have Dark Moon, and he unfortunately missed the start boost.
The tournament is seeded. Yes.
Yes.
So it's a seeded tournament. So there will be a few matches that will be, like this, where like a top player will play a player lower in the leaderboard, but there will be a few, like a bunch of matches that will be really interesting already in pools. But then in the bracket will be seeded after, of course, who's getting first and second in the group, but after that is going to be seeded on the best race time you got in the group.
Yes.
Group stage. So even in this one, Sweenerdog is playing. He wants to get a really good time because that puts him in a better spot in the bracket later. So yeah,
it would help him avoid having to face someone really good in the first round of the brackets. Like if he can get that really a really good, very low 24 or a 25, or sorry, a 23.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, So it gives a good incentive for the top players, even when they are facing players that they know that they will win against.
Mhm.
So they don't play with Pipsy, or they do
Like
a
a
lot of
conquer
memes.
run or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a good that it gives incentives to the good players to play well.
Yeah, I think that's a really good
Yeah.
added thing into this tournament. He's progressing. Mad Scientist progressing through Dark Moon pretty well.
He is. He's gonna beat the time the Sweener had.
Yeah, he will because he didn't. Because yeah, he will by a couple seconds actually.
Yeah.
2:05. There you go, buddy. Better.
There you go. Mad Scientist
course
beats
time then.
Sweener on Dark Moon Caverns.
Yeah. I haven't really noticed if Mad Scientist has been struggling with that first start boost. Because that's 2 in a row now that he's just not gotten a start boost on.
Yeah. The start boost thing is interesting because it's actually different on the NTSC version and the PAL version.
Okay. That's kind of
So,
neat.
yeah, they work differently. So, if you do time trials, you want to play on both versions.
Mhm.
And it's weird because if you go back and forth, you always miss a bunch of start boosts in the beginning
Yeah,
because of the different timing.
totally.
Let's see. Let's hope he doesn't fall off the bridge.
Yeah, he's
he's opting not to go for the
he's
zipper.
opting not to take the zipper. The zipper can actually be a cause for like newer players to fall off the bridge because they will they won't take the turn as sharp as they need to, or they might take it too sharp and fall off. There you go, nice boost there. It looked like he didn't cut it off either. He kind of let it take its course.
Yeah.
So that was a very, very good boost there.
Well, this should definitely be PB pace, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is PB pace.
his PB is
For sure.
35:41. I mean, this is the second to last track, and he's on the like halfway through the last lap. So the last track is around 2 minutes, a little more maybe.
Yeah, it's around 2 minutes without going out of bounds. It's going to be interesting to see how players do with the so going in, he's got quite a leeway. He could PB by almost a minute here, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to finish this in less than 3 minutes, and I promise you that he will.
Yeah.
Even if he gets last in the race, he will definitely beat it in under 3. So we can pretty much guarantee that this will PB for Mad Scientist, which is cool.
Which is awesome. Yeah, anytime players get a PB, it's always a good thing. Shows progress and shows that it just shows progress for the most part.
Yeah.
And grinding and determination. This game is so much fun. Even these super hard courses, and it is a very brutal game at points, but it's like anything.
It's a very complex game, yeah.
Yeah, like the skill gaps that we'll see will definitely show that complexity in the game, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And that's something that, like, if people are interested in learning how to play this game, you should definitely join the Discord and, check out DKR64.com for time trialing and speedrun.com/DKR for the speedrun stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, there's a lot of stuff to learn because the game is really complicated. But it makes the game really interesting too. So 1 lap to go. It was a 40-second lap. If he gets another 40-second lap, this will be a sub 35.
Yeah, that's great. I think he's likely he had a really good start to this lap. He's not using as much barrel rolls, but he's doing a good job avoiding the pillars here.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to go that type of route, those pillars can be such a nuisance. But it definitely looks like he's gonna get the sub.
barrel roll grab of the
barrel
balloon.
roll of the So just boost here to the end.
There it is. 34.53.
Huge PB.
Yeah, 50-second PB.
Yeah.
Doesn't that tie Andy Bundy's PB? I'm not sure if it does.
I actually don't know. I can pull up.
It does. It does.
He does tie it. Nice.
Yeah, he tied Andy Bundy's PB.
Awesome. That's great.
That's awesome, dude. So yeah, the first match of the tournament has been played because it was supposed to be 1 hour, 2 hours ago, but one of the players did not show up. So
yeah,
this was the first tournament match now. And Sweener is showing a strong gameplay, solid gameplay, just like we can expect from him. But he wanted to go for some swag strat that saves tops a second, and it made him lose 35.
Yeah.
So yeah, this run would have been pretty solid if he didn't go for that. I'm not sure how it works with the interviews and stuff, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I guess we could give them the. I can send the link out, maybe. I don't know. Neither player's into Discord. I can tell you that much.
POTG is that play of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was really cool, but he failed it, so that was kind of.
Yeah, it was
So
cool.
that
It was cool when it was cool for like a few seconds before it completely fell apart.
Yeah, thanks Andy as well for clarifying. English is not my native language, so I don't know all the acronyms and stuff.
Yeah.
We're trying to invite you, Sweener, to the Discord.
Yeah. I sent you a link to it. Yep.
Here we
Howdy.
go.
Hello, Mr.
Hey, Sweener.
How's it going, everybody?
Going good. Watching some DKR.
Yeah.
It's pretty good stuff for the most part. A couple bumpy tracks here and there, but
Yeah. Watching a mad scientist versus an actual madman. Dude, that was congrats on getting that DMC clip. But
I drove so slowly into it too, and then all of a sudden I clipped and I was like, oh no.
yeah.
I have no idea what to do when you actually clip.
You just
so
hold right. That's all you do.
I thought you had to hold down, so that's what I was doing. So
Yeah, Only hold right.
That
So
might
if you
be
hold
why
right, you go through the words. Yeah.
That might actually be why you actually didn't.
Yeah, it is for sure. That's
So I thought he had the speed, but I'd never really seen a proper clip, like, so.
So I mean,
I knew.
however, it did look good. Like it looked like you were playing solid. You felt like you played confidently through the run. Even though I mean, you went for the clip and it kind of screwed you over a little bit with your final time. But
oh yeah, big time.
and since you know that it's bracket seating and stuff according to your time, of course it's not really what you wanted, but
No, not at all. And it's just definitely a good pace, so I'm happy with it. I didn't miss actual clips that I mean to get, so
Yeah, you got
I missed Hot Top balloon.
yeah,
missed
you missed
the
a balloon,
balloon.
but you didn't miss a clip.
No, I didn't miss the clip, but
You did a good backup there. You did a good backup because that
it
is
was okay.
hard.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an awkward angle.
Yeah, it was especially awkward since you bonked as well. So you bonked like in the stone arc or there,
I did.
So
Yeah, I did.
so because otherwise you can have a slightly better angle, but you got a worse angle because of the bonk. But you got it, so it wasn't really big. It was like a 5-second time loss maybe. but it did look good overall.
Mhm.
And I don't think that you're going to be too worried about getting, like a bad time in the first race when you play like that.
No, definitely not. And again, in terms of bracket seeding, you never know what's going to happen in other people's races. They could wind up with worse times than this and better times than this. So
Yeah.
that's what makes HCR a lot of fun, though. You never know what's going to happen. So
Yeah, there are a few things that can cost you so much time.
yeah, there's definitely some bottlenecks. Windmill Plains is definitely the biggest, and the classic choke in Spaceport Alpha.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see at least one of those.
Yeah, definitely. I think we will see a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. So many different types of players. We have very consistent solid players. We have very YOLO players. We have newer players. So we're going to see all sorts of different stuff in the tournament, which is so exciting.
I agree. Do we not, or can't you reach out to Mad Scientists?
I can. Let me do that.
So he can get in here?
Yeah. So there is no other DKR race after this, but I will look at the schedule to see what there is going on.
As of currently, there's definitely a couple other speed gaming events going on, but as of currently, there is no more Diddy Kong racing tonight, and I don't think we have any other matches scheduled just yet.
Nope.
But I think that we will have a bunch of them scheduled kind of soon.
Mm-hmm.
People seem pretty eager to play, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely looks like there's going to be a Zelda 2 randomizer race at 9 p.m. tonight, so like an hour and a half. There will be one of those. Which should be exciting. Those randomizer races are pretty cool.
So, Sweener, anything else you want to add? Because I'm not sure if Mad Scientist is going to get in here, but
I sent him the link, so we'll see if he actually joins or not.
Nothing much more other than thank you to Mad Scientist for the race. Thank you guys for.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys.
Here we go.
Holy smokes, I am so sorry.
No, you're good.
All good.
All right, cool. I was like, is the race over? What do I do now? And then I happened to I turned on the stream through my phone and I heard you guys talking and I was like, oh no, there's a different voice chat that I'm not part of. I need to find that. And then I saw the DM from
Fish, yeah.
I should have sent that out. I should have sent that out right away.
That's chill. Don't worry about it, dude. It's
split
fine.
my mind up, but yeah,
it's chill.
Congrats on the PB.
Thank you.
That's a pretty huge PB. That's what, about
50 seconds almost.
50 seconds PB or so.
Yeah,
really
I
nice.
saved a minute off. There were a couple of notes with the plane where I would do loop the loops instead of doing the barrel.
Oh yeah,
so and that's something I've been trying to work on for a very long time, is trying to control my planes. That way I don't do that, because I lose a ton of time and it's super frustrating. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad I smashed that previous personal best by almost a minute. So thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how this tournament will end up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of interesting stuff coming up, and hopefully the matches will be scheduled soon.
There's a lot of people of the same skill level too, which is very exciting.
Yeah. There's matches that are going to be played by it's going to be different skills. Different skill levels will have close matchups in the bracket stages, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if there's nothing more you want to say, Mad, about this, I think we're kind of done. Anything else you want to add?
I just want to say thanks for letting me be part of this tournament, even though I just started playing DKR about in February and started really taking it seriously about a month or so ago. Great community. You guys are awesome. So thank you for letting me be part of this this community.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah,
for
definitely.
joining, and glad you're enjoying it.
And that
And,
said, to anybody whose interest was piqued by this first race of ours, feel free to join the Diddy Kong Racing Discord and tune into some streams. There's a lot of really, really cool people in this community that'll help you get into the game.
Yeah, totally.
That's right. So, thanks for racing, and thanks for commentating with me, Fish.
You're welcome, yes. Thank you very much.
So, I think that's it. And thanks Speed Gaming for having us on here. And yeah, watch out and look at the schedule to see more DKR. So yeah, see you later.
See you later.
See you guys. All right. Thanks. See ya.